So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our March series of free webinars. Um, and this month, we plan to be talking about uh, how to unlock the flow of movement in your life. So, that is the uh, intention of creating these webinars. The next 3 Wednesdays, we will be talking about this. So, coming to where this idea of movement comes from. So, when we talk of life, when we talk of the life inside of us, there is a movement, right? There is day, there is night. We've grown from what we were born to what we are at this moment. So, there is a movement which is happening. Yeah. And this movement, this motion is there whether we like it or we don't like it. It's just that sometimes we are aware and sometimes we are not aware of it. And when we grow up and we start experiencing things in life in the current reality, we get to understand that there is a good movement or there is a good flow in certain aspects of our life, and there is not a good flow or no good movement in certain aspects of our life, and we start feeling stuck, right? So, why does that happen? Or what is the way in which a person can unlock or understand how to have this movement in place? Okay. And when we talk of movement, I'm not talking only of growth. So, growth is going from here to here. Movement can be here, 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 here. It's not the same. Okay. So, to acknowledge that there is movement, any kind of movement is actually a good movement, meaning life is flowing through you. But there are certain aspects, maybe in career or in relationships or finances or health, that we feel that the movement of our life is stopped and we start feeling stuck. Now, why does that happen? And what is the way in which we can understand and heal this? For that, we need to understand where did this movement start from. So the movement of our life, if you see, has a source to it, right? There is a source from where it began. And the source for a human life starts from the parents. So the parents, the mother and the father, our mother and our father are our source of life. And most times when we feel a particular way in the outer world, it is just a reflection of a particular way in which we have not moved towards our source. Now, what is the meaning of this? So, if you see, the natural tendency for us to ask anything or to get anything is a source. We go back to the source and we ask, I want this in life, or I need this in life, right? But sometimes, because of the way we have felt, because of our own emotions, we start feeling uh, stuck in that experience. For example, if suppose a child has felt that my parent is not available for me in my experience of life, or I feel not heard, or I feel that what I ask for is not reaching the parent, or my whatever I get from the parent is not enough for me. In such situations, we start experiencing certain emotions, right? We start feeling helpless or sad or vulnerable or, fearful to ask. And at that time, the movement towards our parents gets interrupted. Now, does that mean that you're going to be stuck there? No. There is a movement which will happen after that period of time. Let me give you an example. So a child is eating something, a 4 year old child, and the mother says, you have to finish what is there in your plate. Okay? Or you will not get the next meal. Now, and or I will stop talking to you. And the mother does not talk for half an hour. Now, after half an hour, evidently the mother will come and talk to the child, or maybe after 15 minutes. But that experience for the child is like as though the mother is not going to talk to me forever because the mother said it. It's true for the child, right? And at that those times, maybe the child felt sad or helpless or fearful, and that experience stays stuck. And because of that, there is an interrupted movement towards the source, towards the mother. Yeah. When I say that there is an interrupted movement, this also interrupts our receiving of life from them, because parents are there to give and we are there to receive. Parents give and a child receives. That's the flow of life. So when the movement is interrupted towards the source, the receiving of life from the parent also becomes interrupted. And in such cases, in real life situations for us, we feel the same feeling in the outer world. So 9 out of 10 times, we have noticed that when there is a stuck feeling, or there is a feeling that, life is not moving the way I want it to move, it goes back to the source, it goes back to the parents. And in this also, the relationship with the mother is different, and the relationship with the father is different, and has significant effect on our life in different ways. How? Now, a mother knows a child more than the father. Why? Because the mother has carried the child for 8 to 9 months and has a bonding with the child. So, the mother is the primary source of life. And the connect with the mother determines the connect with your own life and your own emotions. A mother holds space for the child to feel whatever it wants to feel, whatever the emotions may be. That is the role of a mother. And this is not like completely defined and specific, but generally that is the role of the mother. And the role of the father is to protect the child. And when I say protect, in real life situations when we grow up, how does it show up in life? It shows up in the form of career, it shows up in the form of money, it shows up in the form of relationship with other people. If you feel stuck with any of these in life, then usually, I'm not saying always, usually it boils down to an interrupted movement with the father. And if suppose it is about your own emotional health, if it is about health issues regarding fear or helplessness or things like that, then it usually boils down to relationship with the mother. There is no there's no strong line to say that this is the way it is, but it has been noticed by Bernd Hellinger, who's considered the father of, the pioneer of family constellations, that usually the relationship with the mother and the father shows up in life like this. And hence, it is very important for us to, kind of decode what is our movement towards our parents. What is our movement towards our source? We've also noticed that, at least in Indian culture, uh, we are conditioned to look at our parents in a particular way, that they have given us so much and we need to stay in gratitude for it. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because whatever the parents give us is actually enough. But that does not mean that whatever you felt as a child with any of your parents is invalid, because that is real. You have been through those experiences, and those experiences are real for you, right? So it is good to understand and say that yes, parents gave us as much, but a 2 year old child, a 3 year old child will not understand this. And it is not the job of the child to understand this. Okay? So when we talk of movement towards our source or movement towards our parent, the intention is not that what is it that they gave. The intention is how did I feel in the process? What is happening in my body? How am I feeling as I connect with my source? And there is nothing which is wrong or right in this, because everything is valid. Yeah. So when we talk of, or when we give um, homeworks around connecting to the parents after a session, which we do give as a homework, we aren't saying that everything should be goody. It will not. That's exactly why we go through the process of life, right? The intention is to be real to how you feel. And real healing happens in real life situations only when we are authentic about how we feel with our parents. So I've had cases where the client comes and says that, I have issues with money and I would want to place a constellation around it and understand what is my dynamic with money. And if the parent shows up and the client says that, no, this is what happened in the past. Now things are all nice and fine and everything is okay with my father or with my mother, which is also true, because an adult has an understanding of things. A child does not have an understanding and is not supposed to understand. A child is supposed to feel and experience. Understanding comes much later. So when the person of today is doing this process of connecting to their source, they are actually validating parts of them which have felt a particular way through this journey of life. The forgotten parts, the repressed parts, the misunderstood parts, the parts which have just, put aside with intelligence which comes in much later. Yeah. So this is a very, very powerful technique when we start connecting to our source. And we have noticed that when a person starts doing this, a lot of their issues of life actually start, you know, losing the grip, because the outside in the world today is just a projection of what is inside you. So the movement over here in the outside of life, or life through you, is a projection of how is it with your source. Is that okay till here?
Yep. Mhm.
So the the three webinars that we will be doing in March. The first today we will be doing. I'll be guiding you through a process with the mother, which you can practice for a week every day. Uh, the next Wednesday, we will be talking about the movement towards the Father. And the third webinar, we will be talking about any one aspect or different aspects of your life and how is the movement towards that. Okay. So I would want you all to first take a minute before we start the process and I guide you towards it. To, I'm sure there must already be instances in your mind where you have just put it aside, thinking it's fine, it's okay, it's done. But today, I will be guiding you through a process where you will start connecting to your mother or understanding or feeling it. Is that fine? So we will do the process. I will share how you all can do the homework, and then I will take up the sharing. Is that fine? Okay. So if you can just sit in a comfortable position. You can rest your backs if you want. Stretch your legs, remove your specs. The mother is the source of your life, okay? And most things in life are connected to how do you feel or how have you felt towards her. And I'm sure all of us have had our experiences with our mothers, right? Yeah. So allow yourself to connect to her today and being authentic about how you felt, just being a child. How does a child speak to the mother? Oh, you know what? I felt this. Oh, you know what? This is what happened to me. I didn't tell you then, right? So, are you all ready to become the child in front of your mother today? So, just sit in a comfortable position and imagine yourself in a room of your choice. Where you feel that this is my space. It could be a room that exists, or it could be any imaginary room where you feel that this is my space. Once you imagine yourself in that room, invite your mother into the space. You may give her a chair to sit. And once you feel that she's comfortable sitting or standing, however you feel, you want her to be in your space. Just take a few steps away from her and imagine yourself standing facing her. You can go as far as you feel like. till your body is completely comfortable. And as you stand there facing your mother, look into her eyes and connect to her. And just keep acknowledging what are your thoughts as you look at her. How do you feel? And stay in touch with your body. And be present to whatever your body is telling you. Do you feel overwhelmed looking at her? Or are you scared? Is your body stiff? Or is it light? How's your breath? Is it shallow? Or are you breathing deep into your body? Do you feel tired as you connect to her? Acknowledge anything that is coming up for you. Is there any particular incident that is coming to your mind? Allow it to come. And when you feel completely comfortable in your body, you may take one small baby step towards her. Be sure to be slow. Whenever you feel ready, there's no hurry. And keep acknowledging how you feel. Stay connected to your body. Do your shoulders feel heavy or are they light? What is your body stored? How do you feel in your body? Whenever you feel totally comfortable in your body, is when you will take the next baby step towards her. Take your time. Do you feel cold in certain parts of your body? Or is there a gush of warmth? Be present. Are you angry with her? Acknowledge anything that comes up for you. And breathe. Yeah. Allow yourself to feel anything that comes up. Stay with how you feel. Stay with how it feels in the body. The body has been through that experience. So just connect and listen to it. Do you feel like taking the next baby step? Or is there any resistance? Acknowledge. Whatever is coming up is absolutely valid for you. Acknowledge your thoughts. Acknowledge your body sensations. And breathe into your body. Are you able to tell yourself how you feel? Is it easy or difficult? Do you feel heard or not heard? And how do you feel with that? Do you feel seen or neglected? And how do you feel emotionally with that? Stay with all of this. And for now, take a deep breath, acknowledging all that has happened till this moment in this space. And knowing that you can come back to her anytime. She is your mother. Once you feel completely comfortable in your body, you may ask her to leave the space for now. And breathe into the body of the current moment. Breathe into the body of today. Becoming aware of where you're sitting, becoming aware of your surroundings. becoming aware of your body. Very slowly, take your time. Whenever you feel ready, you may open your eyes. You may have a sip of water. Take your time. And stay with whatever has come up for you. For the next 1 week, you can practice this in your house and you can do it physically. Now, how do you do it? So, place a chair in a room of your choice and imagine that your mother is sitting or standing or is in a place over there. She's sitting on the chair, and take a comfortable distance from her. Okay? And start when your body is completely comfortable. And as you connect to your mother, as you look at her, imagine her sitting on a chair. Connect to how you start feeling in your body, because the body never lies. Our mind can take us to different places, but the body never lies. So connect to your body until your body feels completely comfortable. Stay in that place. Acknowledge how you feel, acknowledge your thoughts. There could be incidents coming up. Stay with all of it. And once you feel completely comfortable in your body, take one baby step towards her. And again, stay there and see what is your body showing up with that movement. For the child, that one step could be a very big leap in terms of age. And there could be multiple emotions which might surface. So stay there. The goal or the intention is not to just reach your mother. That will eventually surely happen. But the goal and the intention is to stay with whatever is coming up for you with each step and being authentic about it. Okay? So you can practice this for a week. We recommend it that you do it for 21 days. But you can practice it surely for a week. And I'm very sure that there'll be a lot of insights that you all will get. And there'll be things in your life which will start moving. So you can practice this for a week and then let us know if there's any help that you need through the process. You can get in touch with us, me or Gayatri, anytime. And yeah, that's about today. So that's the beauty of reconnecting to your mother. I myself personally have done this many times in different workshops, and every time there has been a new perspective, a new layer that has come up for me. So it's a very powerful process. Yeah. I'll stop the recording and then we can take up the sharing.